Hello Astro people, Wednesday the 4th of March. I said I'd be here midweek, did I not? And here I am. The moon is in Cancer at the moment, staying there until the 6th of March, another 2 days. That's going to be 1:27 a.m. Pacific, 4:27 a.m. Eastern, 9:27 in the morning here in UK when the moon actually enters Leo. But for now she's in Cancer, so it's emotional. People's sense of vulnerability is that people can be quite touchy. Although I've got to say, I've been talking to people today and I don't sense that in anybody that I've spoken to today so far. But that's the influence, that's what's out there. Maybe it's Mercury Retrograde having that effect, because Mercury Retrograde tends to turn things around a bit, and we tend to see that as negative, but not necessarily. Sometimes it can turn negatives into positives. We have still got Mercury Retrograde. That's going on until the 9th in the States and Canada, the 10th in UK, when Mercury is going to go into the post-shadow, and that's when things ease off a little bit. Not completely, just a little bit, as Mercury kind of stations direct and starts going the right way again very slowly. Takes it a while to build up to full speed, and during that time we still get some of the Mercury retrograde effect, and we start as well understanding what actually happened during Mercury retrograde, and we get the answers to some of the questions that came up during that time. Anyway, Mercury is still fully retrograde through to the 9th. It's just that we're getting close to it. It's less than a week now until that changes, only another 5 days. The moon in Cancer right now, 66.3% full. Full moon is coming up on the 9th. And we've got something interesting going on today in the shape of Venus entering Taurus. Now, Mercury retrograde is actually going to enter Aquarius today. That's going to change things. Very, very difficult to call, but look out for that one around the 6th sense. In terms of the 5 senses, Venus entering Taurus is significant. Venus, being very sensual and kind of content, can be a little bit possessive because it has to do with love. But when Venus enters Taurus, that possessiveness can take off. The darker side of it is that things can become over-possessive in relationships with human beings. More than anything, we can end up treating partners as objects, that kind of thing. At the same time, it doesn't have to be that way, and at the same time, I'll say it again, Mercury retrograde can turn things on their heads in a very positive way. So don't worry about that, just look out for it. That's the best thing you can do with astrology, really. Just keep looking out for these things that happen. Elsewhere in astrology, the Sun is conjunct Neptune, uncertain, unspecific, unclear images, and things can be confusing. Actual events that happen can be quite confusing and can leave us wondering what on earth, or, maybe ruder words than that, what on earth just happened? What was that all about? But it's a great time for spiritual reflection. People tend to do more voluntary things at this time. Not always in a positive way, but wherever there's a negative, we can make it into a positive, If there's anything negative going on, try and channel it into some kind of constructive project. That's the way to go, because voluntary actions really are supported today with the Sun conjuncting Neptune. It's also a great time for leadership with vision. Now, that can mean vision questing works if you really take control of yourself and do some meditation, if you've got time to do that. Everyone's got a little bit of time, even if it's just 5 minutes, meditation is worth having. Often people say, well, I can't meditate. As soon as I try to meditate, I start wondering if I've got enough milk, have I paid the bills? All little, details of life. Details which matter, but details which we would really like to put out of our minds and meditate. Well, the first gift of meditation is exactly that. It lets you know what's going on in your life that's blocking the spiritual flow of thought, because it's like a conveyor belt, spiritual thought. If something comes up and blocks it, then it stops running and we just don't get anywhere. So go through that with meditation. Just keep trying to focus on clearing your mind. I suppose you don't really want to focus on that, do you? But you know what I mean. Let those things go. Every time you think, oh, have I got enough milk in the fridge? Did I run out of eggs? Just put that thought on a cloud and watch the cloud float away. And that will bring the meditation in, I suppose, is one way to put it. But the main thing is it'll clear your mind. That is really, really favoured today. Vision questing, you could call it. That's quite a big topic, vision questing. But basically, it's getting in touch with the third eye vision rather than the round things at the top of your face. It can bring you closer to your spirit guides. It can increase your psychic senses, everything. It's a fabulous thing. So great today for meditation. Moon sextile Uranus. People can be excited. People can be thrilled more than usual at this time. Novelty, experimentation, that's favoured. Mercury retrograde, void in Pisces, but about to enter Aquarius, so there's some nervous energy about around that. Schedules can fall apart, communications can fail. Well, that's going to happen anyway, I guess, because of Mercury retrograde. It's been really hard uploading videos just lately, actually, which is why they're going short again just at the moment, but I'm sure that'll change again. It's a cycle. Venus void in Aries. Strong emotions precipitate actions. So people may be acting out of a sense of urgency, maybe even a sense of fear at this time. Mars sextile Neptune. People are acting on ideological, religious kind of beliefs as well. So don't just dismiss it all as fear if people are getting a bit uppity is the one word you maybe shouldn't use, actually, because it's a very old word, but you probably know what I mean. People can get uppity and really in your face about things. That is the Venus void in Aries thing as much as anything, because the emotions are that much stronger. But ideology, belief, that kind of thing, and people getting concerned about their ability to lead things. Could even be about their ability to lead their own lives. So it's a tricky day, more important than ever to keep it real, although that is always important. Let's just run down the rest of the planets very briefly. Jupiter conjunct Pluto, possibly new leadership, business mergers, it's a good time for that kind of thing. Uranus void in Taurus, unconventional, radical, surprising actions. Well, that actually goes very well with the moon sextile Uranus and that excitability. Where are we? Neptune void in Pisces. Trends unclear. It's difficult to tell which way things are going. Well, that's kind of obvious from the rest of it as well. And Pluto void in Capricorn. So some people in those leadership struggles that are going on today may try and really display outright power, is what it says here. They might really push to be in charge of something that doesn't really suit them to be in charge of. Okay, friends, if you're watching in the UK and if you're on Facebook, so sorry Sammy and I can't be at Barmouth tonight. Various things have come up and we just can't get there, I'm afraid. But we'll be with you guys. It's either September or October, I forget which. And those will come around sooner than you think. Later today, some more tarot, but a little bit of a channel announcement here, okay? YouTube never stops changing. It really never does. It's, you know, usually you learn something and the learning curve takes you deeper and deeper into it. With YouTubing and generally producing videos for YouTube, you learn how to do it. You go forward with that, and then YouTube just kind of cuts things off and changes them. I was down to about 10 views on a video the other day, and I don't really like to think about views too much, but I need to steer this channel towards making at least a tiny bit of money, because the cameras and stuff cost plenty, and I do have to keep on top of that if I possibly can. So I've had a good study of things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this astrology, it's going to go back on my Astrotruth channel. Most of you are still subscribed to it. I don't think it's lost any subscribers for quite a long time, even though I haven't posted on there. So I'm going to take the astrology back to Astrotruth. That's where it's going to be in the future. And the Twig Brother channel, I'm going to rename it, I think, Twig Brother Tarot or something like that. It's all still going on up here at the moment. But there will be a tarot video on this channel, so keep it real, keep it Twig Brother. Be prepared to keep it Astrotruth, because that's where it's going. And I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching, friends. I really want to thank you. I really appreciate all the views that you give me for this. I really hope I'm helping. Leave me a comment. Let's share the journey. Let's see if there's more I can do for you. I'd like to be able to, if I possibly can. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Do share me around social media. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap that bell so you don't miss anything, because it's always going on. Okay, have a fantastic Wednesday, the 4th of March. Have a fantastic rest of the week. I'll be here on Friday with a look at the weekend astrology. No, I won't. I'll be on Astrotruth on Friday with a look at the weekend astrology. Oh, I'll work out what I'm doing one of these fine days. Have a great day, friends, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.